it's Shiera from Shiera Made Crochet. I am finally back for another video. Today is July 22nd, 2019, and I believe this is episode 8. I do apologize for the long overdue wait. Long and overdue video. I'm a little flustered because my computer was reading my SD card just fine the other day, and then it suddenly stopped. So I have been trying to get this video up for the last 4 days. And even before that, I had been trying to at least record the video for the last 3 weeks. So I'm just having major technical issues, so I do apologize. I did not intend for this to be so long of a wait. I do have 2 completed objects. One is with me, one is the one that I'm wearing, the other one is with my friend, because I decided that after 2 weeks of trying and failing to get a video up, that she shouldn't wait any longer to get her item. So the first item is the one that isn't here. It's the bolero, and for those of you who don't know, I was making a bolero for a friend of mine for her wedding, and a while ago, I want to say about a month ago, we decided on a different pattern and to nix the one that we had originally agreed on. And my friend saw it, and my other friend saw it and called dibs. So I finally gave that to my friend. It is a pattern that I got for free off of Pinterest. It's like a spider stitch and a fillet diamond stitch pattern. It's charted. You can easily find it on Pinterest. Sorry, I'm still kind of like... There we go. I used a 2mm crochet hook for the body, and then a 2.5mm crochet hook for the border, because I crochet so tightly that I didn't want it to be cinched. Basically what I did was I crocheted a single crochet border, and then stitched the corners together where it would be comfortable for my friend, and then I did a scallop, which was essentially treble crochet 4 together at the base of a single. So I single crochet, treble crochet 4 together, and then I skipped 4 single crochet stitches, and in the fifth stitch I did another single crochet, and then I did it all over again. That way my treble crochet 4 together cluster would turn over to its side. So yeah, that is essentially my bolero. It's pretty easy to make, and to be quite honest, I am surprised at how much I liked it. It goes really well with some of my other garments, and I wasn't expecting that. But now I have incentive to use up the yarn that I have, so that I can make a couple more boleros. So I probably will do that. Yeah. My next finished object, I have a couple of notes. So let me at least show you what I have actually done. So this is the Hondius way crochet pullover, or Hondius, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. Color inspiration is clearly from the picture, but I did not use the same yarn. There's no way that I could have been able to use the same yarn. It's a paid-for pattern from Interweave Crochet, and I used Lamia Silky, which is a 100% acrylic. I used 4.5 balls of yarn, and a 3.5mm crochet hook. And this is what it looks like. It's basically like fingering weight Caring Simply soft. If you have that, it's glorious, and it feels glorious. It's so drapey. Like, it was already drapey when I was crocheting with it, but after I put it in the wash, it was like a glorious, oh, it's so pretty. Sorry, I can't say enough good things about this. What else? Sorry, I've mentioned this so many times over the course of the month that I'm actually starting to forget everything. I don't really know how to explain it, but it feels like since I've already said it, that I shouldn't say it again, and so I'm trying to like go through the checklist of everything. But yeah, so let me go ahead and stand up and show you. It is a little bit shorter than I would have liked, and that is a problem with my crochet gauge. Alrighty. So essentially what you're doing is you're crocheting. It's two pieces. It's this sleeve here and then all of this. So you work from the cuff, the sleeve to the shoulder, split in half, front side, back side, and then back to the shoulder again. And you're doing it in a way where if you were crocheting a blanket, like if you were to crochet a blanket and then turn it 90 degrees, that is this poncho thing. That is the sweater. And my gauge width-wise normally is spot on, I would like to say. I'm a tight crocheter, so like I might have to use a different crochet hook to get gauge, but ultimately I can get gauge. No matter what I do height-wise, I wouldn't make gauge. I know that there's a way to like change how you crochet to get that height, but I'm not willing to change 8 years of muscle memory to get that height. I'm fine by adding, like, the simple solution in my case is to just add more rows where it would apply. So next time I'm going to add maybe another repeat, so about 4 rows before I start doing the neck and before I start doing the front and back part of the swancho. For this, I actually added another repeat before doing the underarm shaping because it made me feel more comfortable knowing that there was more space over here, and I'm actually really thankful for it. So for this sleeve, you do a certain amount, you do increases and regular rows without increases a certain amount of times, and if I were to do that following the pattern, it would land right above my elbow. So to add height, I added more rows between the increased rows. And then even for this, if I hadn't had added 4 more rows before I made the cap, I would have ended up with a sleeve that went halfway up my arm here. So yeah, so that was something that I needed to take into consideration, and that I still do. Thankfully, because this is a swancho, it's supposed to be wide, so I don't really feel a difference in regard to this sleeve, but next time I will actually add maybe another pattern repeat. The other thing that I wanted to make note of is I I am going to add I want to make it a little bit longer, so I will definitely add a couple more pattern repeats for the front and back side. And they give you all the information to do that, so it's really easy to adjust once you figure out where you need to adjust. There were three parts to the pattern that were really ambiguous to me. The first one was where to seam up. It just seems like you have to seam up here and here, or so like this whole side, because this is worked in rows, not in rounds. So you do have to seam it up, and then you have to connect it to the sweater. So of course you would be seaming it. For this one, I think it just tells you to seam at the cuff, and I don't like that, so I might do like 1/2 inch to 1 inch of seaming down here, and then this needs to be open. And that was a mistake that I made, and realized what I had done after I weaved in the last of my ends. So that was frustrating, but I like it enough, and it's out of the way enough that it doesn't bother me too much. That was one. The second one, I say 3 things and then I only remember 2. So the second one is that for this border, the border and the pattern stay the same. It's only the sleeve part that changes. So if there's any kind of change to the pattern, it's for up here. And for whatever reason, when I was trying to do the foundation crochet to connect the front and back side together, it thought that I was down here. So that was confusing. It told me down here to foundation double crochet so that I could connect it here. And that makes no sense, because when you connect the 2 pieces together, you're legit halfway through the row that you're supposed to be on. So you shouldn't be starting here anyway. What you should do is you should continue in pattern until you get to the shoulder, do the foundation double crochet, and then continue the rest of the row in pattern, and then you can finish up your shoulder. So that was number 2, I believe. The third thing was another ambiguous. It was how many repeats I needed to do before I split for the front and back sides. Because it looks like it's part of row 17, and it's an extension of row 17, but it should have its own directions, like row 18 and on. This is what you should do. And I think I reread where to like the directions for that like 6 times before I finally caught the directions for the sleeve. So I think so those were my only real issues with the shirt. But now that I know that they're there, I know what to look for, and I've already made this pattern once, so looking at it will remind me of like what I should be aware of. It's going to be a lot easier for me to figure out and like work on it. I think that's it. I'm trying to remember. Hopefully I can get my computer issues resolved so that it's not so long between videos, because yeah, I've been trying to get this video up for a while. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm really sorry if I sounded crabby. I will be in a better mood next time, so until then, bye!